Exodus chapter 9. Then the Lord spoke to Moses. He said, Go to Pharaoh. Tell him, the Lord the God of the Hebrews says, Let my people go, then they will be able to worship me. Do not refuse to let them go. Do not keep holding them back. If you refuse, my powerful hand will bring a terrible plague on you. I will strike your livestock in the fields. I will strike your horses, donkeys, camels, cattle, sheep, and goats. But I will treat Israel's livestock differently from yours. No animal that belongs to the people of Israel will die. The Lord set a time for the plague. He said, Tomorrow I will send it on the land. So the next day the Lord sent it. All the livestock of the Egyptians died, but not one animal that belonged to the Israelites died. Pharaoh searched and found out what had happened. He discovered that not even one animal that belonged to the Israelites had died, but he was still very stubborn. He wouldn't let the people go. Then the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron. He said, Take a handful of ashes from a furnace. And Moses tossed them into the air in front of the Pharaoh. The ashes will turn into fine dust over the whole land of Egypt. Then painful boils will break out on people and animals all over the land. Their bodies will be covered with them. So Moses and Aaron took ashes from a furnace and stood in front of Pharaoh. Moses tossed them into the air. Then boils broke out on people and animals alike. The bodies of all the Egyptians were covered with the boils. The magicians couldn't stand in front of Moses because of the boils that were all over them. But the Lord made Pharaoh stubborn. Pharaoh wouldn't listen to Moses and Aaron, just as the Lord had said to Moses. Then the Lord spoke to Moses. He said, Get up early in the morning, go to Pharaoh and say to him, The Lord, the God of the Hebrews says, Let my people go, then they will be able to worship me. If you do not let them go, I will send the full force of my plagues against you this time. That will strike your officers and your people, that you will know that there is no one like me in the whole earth. By now, I could have reached out my hand. I could have struck you and your people with a plague that would have wiped you off the earth. But I had a special reason for making you king. I decided to show you my power. I wanted my name to become known everywhere on earth. But you are still against my people. You will not let them go. So at this time, tomorrow I will send the worst hailstorm ever to fall on Egypt in its entire history. Give an order now to bring your livestock inside to a safe place. Bring in everything that is outside. The hail will fall on all the people, on animals that are left outside, that will die. The officials of Pharaoh who had respect for what the Lord had said obeyed him. They hurried to bring their slaves and their livestock inside. But others didn't pay attention to what the Lord had said. They left their slaves and livestock outside. Then the Lord spoke to Moses. He said, Reach out your hand toward the sky. Then hail will fall over Egypt. It will be down on people and animals alike. It will strike everything growing in the fields of Egypt. Moses reached out his walking stick toward the sky. Then the Lord sent thunder and hail. Lightning flashed down to the ground. The Lord rained hail on the land of Egypt. Hail fell and lightning flashed back and forth. It was the worst storm in Egypt's entire history. Hail struck everything in the fields all over Egypt. It fell on people and animals alike. It beat down everything growing in the fields. It tore all the leaves of the trees. The only place it didn't hail was in the area of Goshen. That's where the people of Israel were. Then Pharaoh sent for Moses and Aaron. This time I have seen, he said to them, The Lord has done what is right. I and my people have done what is wrong. Pray to the Lord, because we have enough thunder and hail. I will let you and your people go. You don't have to stay here any longer. Moses replied, When I've left the city, I will lift up my hands and pray to the Lord. The thunder will stop. There won't be any more hail. Then you will know that the earth belongs to the Lord, but I know that you and your officials still don't have any respect for the Lord God. The barley was ripe, the flax was in bloom, so they were both destroyed, but the wheat and split won't destroy. That's because they ripened later. Then Moses left Pharaoh and went out of the city. Moses lifted up his hands and prayed to the Lord. The thunder and hail stopped. The rain didn't pour down on the land any longer. Pharaoh saw that the rain, hail and thunder had stopped, so he sinned again. He and his officials became stubborn. So Pharaoh was stubborn. He wouldn't let the people of Israel go, just as the Lord had said through Moses. Exodus chapter 10. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go to Pharaoh, I have made him stubborn. I have also made his officials stubborn so I can perform my signs among them, that you will be able to tell your children and grandchildren how hard I was on the Egyptians. You can tell them I performed my signs among the people of Egypt, and all of you will know that I am the Lord." So Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh. They said to him, "The Lord, the God of the Hebrews, says, 'How long will you refuse to obey me? Let my people go, then they will be able to worship me. If you refuse to let them go, I will bring locusts into your country tomorrow. They will cover the ground so that it can't be seen. They will eat what litter you have left after the hail. That includes every tree growing in your fields. They will fill your houses. They will be in the homes of all your officials and your people. Your parents and your people before them have never seen anything like it, as long as they have lived here.' Then Moses turned around and left Pharaoh. Pharaoh's officials said to him, 'How long will this man be a trap for us? Let the people go. Then they will be able to worship the Lord their God after everything that's happened. Don't you realize that Egypt is destroyed?' So Moses and Aaron were brought back to Pharaoh. 'Go, worship the Lord your God,' he said. 'But tell me who will be going.' So Moses answered, 'We will go with our young people and old people. You will go with our sons and daughters. We'll take our flocks and herds. We are supposed to hold a feast to honor the Lord.' So Pharaoh said, 'Suppose I ever let you go, along with your women and children, then the Lord really will be with all of you. Clearly, you are planning to do something bad. No, I will only allow the man to go and worship the Lord. After all, that's what you have been asking for.' Then Pharaoh drove Moses and Aaron out of his sight. The Lord said to Moses, 'Reach out your hand over Egypt so that locusts cover the land. They will eat up everything growing in the fields. They will eat up everything left by the hail.' So Moses reached out his walking stick over Egypt. Then the Lord made an east wind blow across the land. It blew all that day and all that night. By morning the wind had brought the locusts. Large number of them came down in every part of Egypt. There had never been a plague of locusts like it before, and there will never be one like it again. The locusts covered the ground until it was black. They ate up everything left after the hail. They ate up everything growing in the fields. They ate up the fruit on the trees. There were nothing green left on any tree or plant in the whole land of Egypt. So Pharaoh quickly sent for Moses and Aaron. He said, 'I have sinned against the Lord your God. I have also sinned against you. Now forgive my sin one more time. Pray to the Lord your God to take this deadly plague away from me.' After Moses left Pharaoh, he prayed to the Lord. The Lord changed the wind to a very strong west wind. It picked up the locusts. It blew them into the Red Sea. Not even one locust was left anywhere in Egypt. But the Lord made Pharaoh stubborn, so Pharaoh wouldn't let the people of Israel go. The Lord spoke to Moses. He said, 'Reach out your hand toward the sky so that the darkness spreads over Egypt. It will be so dark that people can feel it.' So Moses reached out his hand toward the sky. Then complete darkness covered Egypt for 3 days. No one could see anyone else or go anywhere for 3 days. But all the people of Israel had light where they lived. Then Pharaoh sent for Moses. He said to him, 'Go, worship the Lord. Even your women and children can go with you. Just leave your flocks and herds behind.' But Moses said, 'You must allow us to take our animals. We need to offer them as sacrifices and burnt offerings to the Lord our God. Our livestock must also go with us. We have to use some of them to worship the Lord our God. We can't leave even one animal behind. Until we get there, we won't know what we are supposed to use to worship the Lord.' But the Lord made Pharaoh stubborn, so he wouldn't let the people go. So Pharaoh said to Moses, 'Get out of my sight. Make sure you don't come to see me again. If you do, you will die. I will do just as you say.' Moses replied, 'I will never come to see you again.'